The car fired beautifully, and it didn't seem to have any leaks anywhere. Let's just have a quick look at the hoses that came off the car. These are the originals from 1984, and honestly, they're in a dreadful state. Yeah, that one's covered in grease. It's even got overspray where the car's had some. It's had some bodywork at some point. You can see it's got some gold spray on there. That could be from 20 years ago. And yeah, what a mess. What a mess. None of these, bizarrely, none of them leaked. You can see how swollen they are. They're enormously thick. It's only a matter of time, and to be fair, this car's barely been used the last 15 years or so. It's done 1,000, 1,500 miles a year. In fact, the last year before I bought the car, it did 47 miles. It's barely been used, but pressed into hard usage like I'm going to do, up to 1,000 miles a week. Yeah, there's no question any of these hoses could have ruptured immediately. If any of these hoses had lasted 1,000 miles under my usage, I'd be truly staggered. You know, look at these. It's all swollen and squashy. What a bloody mess. So I did drive the car. I drove it just the once, and I shouldn't have done. I drove it from Nottingham to Brighton, which is 200 miles. I took a bit of risk, and I got bitten in the arse. The thing it tore one of the belts, one of the auxiliary belts on the one of these belts. It just tore one of the belts on the way back. And the guy that sold it to me said that it had recently had a new alternator belt. Now, there was an awful lot of surface rust in the pulleys. All of the pulleys were completely covered in surface rust, from this one, that one, the one down here. There's 2 or 3 more underneath. They were covered in surface rust, and the rust itself is quite abrasive. And I think that abrasive rust ripped the surface off the belt and caused it to fail. So, but these are all brand new now. Everything's new, all the way down here, right down the bottom there. They're very, very awkward to get to behind. Oh yeah, bastard! That's hot. Excuse my language. Yeah, yeah, right behind the cylinder head. You know, into the heater matrix, and underneath there, you have to fish in blind. There's virtually no way of seeing what you're doing, but you can feel what you're doing. Yeah, they're all completely brand new now. Let's just have a look at the other side. I really am pleased with the outcome. It seems to have worked beautifully. This is brand new. This one's brand new. That's new. There's one under there that goes away into the complete darkness underneath all of this. It's all brand new. And the hose, it appears in the bottom of this housing down here, which is the throttle housing. But there's yet another one right down the bottom down there. There it is. That one's been changed as well. That one I've changed today. It took quite a lot of. I had to remove this. I had to remove the steering pump. I had to remove the. Let's have a look. Yes, I had to remove this hose here. There's another hose just runs across there. I had to remove that one. Yeah, an awful lot had to be removed to allow me access to finish that hose there. But it's all in, and right underneath here, real devils to get to. You can see how hidden they are. I've had my hands in here squeaking about like a mouse. Very awkward, but the whole lot's done. I'm thrilled. I don't think we're going to have any coolant leaks on this car, but I now need to address the fuel system. You know, the fuel system sort of got a lot of hoses. And yeah, it's going to be quite a big job. Not an expensive job, maybe £10 for 2 or 3 meters of hosing, but it's going to be quite a big job stripping it down and making it safe. We do not want any fuel leaks or any fires on this car. But once everything's safe, once all of the hoses have done, then I'll come back and I'll do cosmetics, because it is scruffy, it's very dirty, it's all corroded. But quite honestly, that's the least of my worries. I will address that in the coming weeks and months, and eventually this is going to look absolutely brand new. I'll make the rest of the engine match the new coil and the new LPG injectors here. It will be absolutely pristine, but it might take 6 months to get to that stage. Yeah, cosmetic details are, quite frankly, they're the least of my worries at this stage.